We're live. I'm here with Matt Figlak. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, Kate. My pleasure. My pleasure.
I'm so excited to say that you're back in Cage Warriors on the London card, 169, 30th of March. Your last performance was absolutely incredible, and I was so excited when I saw this fight announced. How do you feel?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I feel the same way, to be honest with you. I feel, just excited to get in there again. Quick turnaround. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I want to keep active and keep fighting, just as I said at the last fight. So it's perfect for me. The March 30th is perfect.
You've got some big wins on your record, but I thought that the last fight was your best performance to date. How did you feel about it?
Yeah, I think so too. It showed a new skill set from me, some patience from me, some new techniques. It showed maturity again. So, I'm looking for every single fight for the next fight to be the best performance for me and to show a new version of myself. So, yeah, I probably agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And your composure in there, your decision making, your fight IQ was all just as good as, the skills on display.
Yeah, those are the things, I actually pride myself in the ability to make decisions. And I think some people in this game are really sure I work on that and continue to get better at that as well.
And you seem to have a really good read on him, and you made adjustments almost straight away. Is that something that's coming easier to you with every fight? Ooh, we've lost him completely there. Um, the signal was pretty bad, so I'm hoping.
Something cut out. I'm back.
You're back. Sorry, I
Yeah.
was just saying about you seem to get a really good read on him. Was that just you could kind of read him in particular better, or is that something that you feel is improving with every fight?
Yeah, like I was saying, yeah, I think it's an experience thing. I think that improves with your experience and how you prepare for these fights, what your mindset is as well. Are you looking to figure the guy out, or are you just looking there to have a punch up? If you're looking to figure him out and you're looking for patterns and you teach yourself to look for patterns, then you're gonna get better at that and you're gonna see those patterns. But if you just look to go in there and have a punch up, then you're not gonna really get that and you're gonna really get far. So I always look to figure out my opponent and see what they're doing and capitalize on their mistakes, because I want to get them out of there as quick as possible, get my job done, and then leave. So yeah, definitely with experience it gets better, but it's something you have to work on. It's not going to happen on its own. It's a mindset thing.
That's true. Do you work on your mindset outside of actually being in the gym? Have you got some people who've got kind of mind coaches? Is that something that you work on?
Yes, mind is definitely something that I work on continuously. I do it through meditation, visualization. I read a lot of sports psychology books as well. I don't have a mental coach. I am my own mental coach. My life
Yeah.
experience and my own education. That's my own mental coach. And yes, I use a lot of different techniques to get my mind prepared for these fights.
And tell me about this fight coming up, because Kamil Dolgowski, I think is how you say his name, is another
Yeah, yeah,
Polish guy. So Polish
yeah.
power in this one. Tell me what you expect.
I expect another tough opponent. That's what I always expect. But I don't, like I said, I don't really focus on the opponent that much. That's never been my thing. I always focus on myself.
Yeah.
I prepare some things for him tactically, but I've got to be able to, take the fight anywhere I want. Again, look for his weaknesses, capitalize, and get him out of there. But it's going to be the opponent is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I can say that.
Yeah. Have you watched much footage on him?
Yeah, I've seen a few things online, but I can't really comment on it too much. It's some of it was pretty old, so I can't really say too
Yeah.
much about him, to be honest.
Some people change so much between fights as well and add so much to their game that it's quite it can be quite dangerous to focus on like footage from previous fights. I think like it's good to take stuff from it, as long as you're not kind of relying on it.
Yeah, that's right. You got to focus on yourself in this game. You got to focus on what you're doing, get yourself better. And I know that I can beat anyone, so it doesn't matter what the guy brings in. I know I can beat all the different styles. So the focus is on me, not on my opponent.
Yeah. And are you looking to the future at all? Like, do you look for the path to the belt, how many fights away that is, what's beyond that? Or do you focus on just this fight, just this opponent, and getting that out of the way?
Yes, at the moment I'm focusing on this fight, but I always have the bigger goal, in the picture. You always have to have that, the ultimate goal in the picture. And this will be just a checkpoint. So yeah,
Yeah,
obviously the ultimate goal is to go to the UFC.
of course.
So I believe in 2024 I will go there. Whether it's after this fight or after the next fight, we will see. It all depends on the
Do you-
performances, I would say. So
yeah.
we will see where that goes. But this is the ultimate goal: go in there and then get a championship belt there.
Yeah. Do you think you need the belt, or do you think? Well, obviously, you know that you don't need the belt to
Hmm.
to get to the UFC, because your brother is in the UFC already. But do would you think it's all about the performance? If you go out there and dominate him and put on a statement, that could be enough.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah, if I put on a great performance, show what I'm about, show the people how good I am, then yes, I can go in there into the UFC without the belt. The belt is just a cherry on top, really, on that whole journey. If I can get the
Yeah.
belt, great. If I don't get the belt because of some people sometimes they're injured or some people don't want to fight, then that's fine. I know what my ultimate goal is, and I'm going towards that rather than focusing on the checkpoints.
Yeah, I mean, I think the end goal is inevitable. Like, especially after your last performance, you just looked so like you developed so much from the fight before, and just even everything about that fight I just thought was an elevated performance from you, and it makes me so excited to watch this one. And 9-2, there's a lot of people in the UFC who've got less fights than that. So yeah, I really think you're very, very close. That must be a kind of put a pressure on, surely.
No, so I wouldn't say so much pressure. It just gives me that eagerness to just continue to keep going to get those fights in, so I can obviously go where I belong. I think, like you said, my performance show what I'm capable of, and this is where I should be, exactly right at the top with all the best guys. So yeah, I'll be there soon. I believe 2024 definitely.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's many people that would disagree with you. And we mentioned your brother there really briefly, but he's obviously got another fight announced in the UFC. That'll be his second and his comeback fight, if you will. You must be looking forward to that. How excited are you for him, and what an inspiration he must be to you? Like he's where you want to be and where you soon will be.
Yes, it's a great inspiration and motivation for me to continue on the journey, continue to train hard, get knowledge from him and all my coaches and all the people that I train with.
Yeah,
Yes, it's very exciting. It's going to be a great comeback for him after the injury.
yeah.
I mean, he's 100% now. He's ready to go, so he's training very hard, and I know that. just as much as I've improved from my last fight to the one I just had, I mean, he's improved even more than that. So when he gets in there, it's going to be very exciting, and I can't wait for it. He's going to be able to show just how great he is, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be good to watch. Just from the corner, I'll be really close there. So very exciting, very exciting.
I think it's really good experience as well. Like when you do your UFC walkouts, it won't be the first time you've done it, it won't be the first time you've kind
Yeah,
of walked, maybe in a different position, but I think it's good. It's all part of your visualization, and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I
yes,
think it's a really
definitely.
good experience.
Those events you can use for your visualization and understand how it's going to look when you go and do the walk.
Yeah.
100%. Whenever you go to these shows and you see how everything is set up, you can already visualize how you're going to walk out and do it. So yeah, it's perfect. It's a great experience for me, and it's going to be great just to be there to support him and give him everything he needs in order to get that victory.
Yeah, I can't tell you how much joy I get from seeing all my Cage Warriors favorites like go on to the UFC and getting the world to, for them to get fresh eyes on them. People who, I wish that I could watch Matt and Mike Figlak for the first time again. So all these people
Yeah.
who don't know you guys yet, they're getting to and it's brilliant. I love it because it's what you all deserve, and it makes me very happy to see that progression. And even I go to the Cage Warriors Academy shows, which I adore, and some of those guys are stepping up onto the main Cage Warriors show, and it's just that evolution. It's wonderful to watch.
Yeah, it just shows how great Cage Warriors is as a platform in order to get to the UFC, and they've done a really good job at putting on great fights for fighters and building them up, getting them ready to go into the UFC. It just shows, and even like you said, from the academy level, which
Yeah.
I believe that's amateur, then going on to the professional level at Cage Warriors. Yeah, it's just a great platform for you to build off to go into the
Yeah.
big leagues.
Yeah, I think they do well. Dean does an amazing job with the matchmaking, but just kind of building the stories and getting the fans to really invest in the fighters that are on the shows, and just become fan favorites. So yeah, I think it's brilliant, and it's one of the reasons that I'm so excited for virtually every fight on Cage Warriors 169.
Yeah, they put it on. I think Cage Warriors is doing a really good job with the matchmaking. They're putting on great fights, and yeah, they're just getting better and better. It seems like they're growing as well every year,
Yeah.
and yeah, the future looks bright for them as well.
Talk to me about your ice baths, because I know a lot of people are fans of these, and it's something I can't get my head around. You completely, you don't look like it phases you at all, even though I can see big lumps of ice floating in these ice baths.
Yeah, the ice bath is a there's a time and a place for an ice bath. I'm not really bothered with cold too much. Not sure why. Maybe it's where I come from. We used to have really rough winters. Not like now.
Yeah.
Now it's very the winters are very soft, but we used to have like really rough winters. So maybe that's the reason. But no, it doesn't phase me that much. Maybe if I have to some time off of the ice bath and then I go back in, I'll feel a bit more.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad. I mean, to get the benefits from it, you got to stay in there 3 minutes, so it's not that bad.
And how often do you use one?
I'll be honest with you right now. I haven't used it because I believe it's not even cold enough outside. To be honest, I
Right.
used it more when it was I used it more when it was really cold a few weeks back. Yeah, just get it in a few times a week, 2 3 times a week if you can. I've done
Mm.
periods of ice baths where I did it every day, or cold showers every day
Yeah.
consistently, but not at the moment. It's not cold enough.
It would still be too cold for me, I assure you. Before we go, is there anyone that you want to thank or shout out or anything else that you want to say?
Just all my coaches that have been with me on this journey throughout. Paul Sutherland, my head coach. Um, Siavash, my wrestling coach. Obviously, Mike, my brother, and Trojan, my Trojan family, and all the other places that I train at. I train at Renegade as well, and Ironman MMA. So all these people, I want to thank those people because they're always with me. We've been together, many years, especially with Trojan and Paul. So very thankful for them. It's an individual sport, but you need good people around you. Yeah, so I
100%.
thank them a lot. I thank them very much.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm so excited to see you fight on the 30th of March. And I really think that, with a big statement, this could be it for you. But if it's not, then it will be the one after. I really do think it's inevitable.
Yeah. I think the same. So, yeah. Hopefully, we'll be doing an interview soon when I'm in the UFC already.
100%. But we'll get one in first on March 30th, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, right after,
Thank you
yes.
so much, Matt. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.